So I'm going to record the rest of the lab session there. Okay, so besides Jose, anybody else got both of them sys prepped?
Right now it's resetting the parent.
Win 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same with mine.
All right, good. All right, Abraham's caught up. Good. Ian, can you share your screen?
Yeah, let me figure out how to do that.
Okay, should be at the bottom. There you go. You got it. Okay. So, all right. So go to, yeah, scroll down. Go to the Windows 10. Scroll down there. Close that. Close that window. Okay. I'm going to request control. Hold on.
All right, it's a little laggy, so.
Yeah. Okay. So what you need to do is I can't get to your. Oh, shoot. Okay, so see now, click on the start button down here.
Uh-huh.
And then type sysprep. And hit enter. Yeah. Oh, hold on. It's hard. I'm moving the mouse too.
All right.
So we want to make sure we're in this inside one here, not the bottom one.
Yeah. Oh man, I must have just clicked on the other one. All right.
Okay, then run that one. Now, yeah, what you might want to do is, well, yeah, it doesn't matter at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the one you want to run. So.
Okay. I don't know how to. Oh, stop share. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and that speed test, you have to run that from within your VM. So it's not from your home computer. I mean, you can do it. I mean, just test it out and see what it looks like. I'm still seeing your screen. I'm gonna give up remote control. There you go.
Yeah, the speed test was just making sure that it wasn't my own internet.
Oh yeah, okay. No, perfect.
So I was just making sure that.
Yeah, because we're gonna use that same program at the end of
Okay.
the lab. That's why I saw it there.
Yeah.
All right, Gerson, can you share your screen? All right, so yeah, go to Win10 parent. In down here. Yeah. And then console connect a new tab or new window, that's fine. Okay, make that full screen. Okay, scroll down. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be able to grab that bar. Yeah. Can you grab it now?
Sorry, it's going a little slow, my computer, for some reason.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Now right click on the start, the top one. Right click. Yeah, no, can you right click on start? No, hit the
Yeah, my reset's taking forever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stuck on 45%.
Close the window, the tab, and then go back into it. It may have shut down or reset and restarted.
Well, I mean, it's going up little by little, but it's just like it's taking like a long time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It can. Okay, Gerson, can you right click on the start? Do you have a right click, a mouse? If you're on a Mac, it's control click on the start button. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, just type yeah, you won't find sysprep that way. Here, let me request remote control, okay?
Sure.
Oh, okay. That's okay, so I'm gonna hold on here. So Louis, it's installing Windows or just the setup?
No, it's almost done.
Okay.
It's just taking a moment. I already did it for my Win server, but my parent is just finishing up.
Okay. Louis, can you, or Gerson, can you go back to the? Okay. All right, let me see if I can do it on mine. I'm gonna move the mouse, okay?
Okay.
So if you go right click and then run sysprep. There it is. So now you'll be able to run that one. If you get an error, then just follow the directions to do the reset.
Okay, perfect.
And you're only going to reset this VM, not this bottom one. So you see this bottom one with the windows and all that, don't do that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. We'll give up remote control and there you go. Okay, so Alan's done with part one. Jose is done. Yeah, this part, unfortunately, this takes a long time, but this is the only time we're gonna do this. So no, after today, no more installs, no more sys prep until we get to Hyper-V. Then we'll have to do all of it again. But
Do I say join domain for the win 10 dash
No.
parent?
no, yeah, join domain, that in the lower left,
And then what name do I put?
CNET58.
Got it.
Hold on. You
Yeah.
ran sys prep?
No, I haven't ran sysprep yet.
Okay, this is the reset. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
CNET58. Yeah. After the reset, you have to put in all that stuff and then run sys prep again. That's a good name for a dog. Yeah, I was born in CNET. My mother's maiden name is CNET.
Professor.
Yes.
So I let it reset. It says it's installing Windows now. I let
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
go
just-
through that process.
okay.
Just like last week. Put in CNET58 for the user and
Oh, okay.
join domain instead, like we did.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go. And then once it goes into Windows 10, again, go then run sys prep and it should work.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
What would we put for the security questions again?
Just hit the down arrow and then select any of them, then put CNET for the answer. Or CNET58, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
You just have to do 3 of them. I just do the first 3. And let me share my screen. All right. So I'm going to connect to somebody's server. Isaiah, are you done? Isaiah Razo? Is he done? Is he even on? Okay. Ryan Solis, I'm gonna use, still need server. Okay, Isaiah, so you're there. Mr. Solis, I'm gonna connect to your machine, okay? So I'm gonna be in ESXi with you. Don't move anything. I'm gonna be doing some changes, okay? Okay, got it, good. So you're .37. So let me. Come over here. I'm gonna connect to your ESXi. Right. All right. So what we're going to do now is there's a couple things we need to do. The first thing I want you to do, and I believe this is the order I have them in the lab. Hopefully I do this in order. I don't want to mess you up. Yeah, so the first thing we need to do is come in here and select all of these and then right click and unregister them. Okay, but you make sure that none of them are running. So the host should be 0 megahertz, 0 megabytes. That way we know they're not running. And they have to be sysprepped. Okay, so once that's done, go into right click, select them all, unregister, and then click yes. Now they're gone, right? Gone for good. No, they're still there, just that we don't want to use those for what we're going to do going forward.
Professor, I did that and it kept the CentOS 8 parent.
Is it running?
No, it's not.
Okay. Then right click on CentOS 8 and then unregister it.
It doesn't give me the option to.
Okay. Let me stop sharing and then share your screen.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, no, it is running.
It is?
See the 13 megahertz, 4 gigs. So
Oh, no.
connect to console into it. Click on console up here. New tab, and then go in and shut it down. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, yeah, hit, oh, you just finished the restart. Oh, you need a reboot
Oh, okay.
and then finish the install. Go to last week's lab and make sure the reboot. Can you click on reboot?
Oh, okay.
It's going to restart it. There's just a couple things to click. Yes, next, and then shut. Here, I'll help you. We'll get this going.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can't unregister them, that means they're running. So go into them and make sure they're shut down. All right, so click on license information. Click on I accepted license and then done at the top. Then hit finish. Okay, click on CNET58. Put in the password, a capital C, then net 2021 exclamation point. This is going to give you a couple more welcome, startup, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and hit next. 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 Skip. Then start using. Now it's going to open a website. Just close the browser. There you go. Now click on the upper right. See that little power button there? Yeah, click that. And then click the power button. Shut down, power off. Now close the tab. Up on top on your browser.
Oh, right here.
No, not that one. The tab for CNET58. There you go.
Yeah.
And wait for that to go to 0. It will shut down in just a second. All right, over here on the left where it says virtual machine CentOS parent, click on CentOS parent. On the left, go to the left a little bit. There you go. Okay, now click on virtual machines again, above that. And then right click on CentOS parent. Yeah, you can do that. Right click, unregister. There you go.
Okay,
right.
thank you.
And then click on storage over on the left. Click back on virtual machines. It should be blank. There you go. All right, stop sharing your screen and I'm gonna get back to my share.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so here's Ryan's machine. So then the next step in the lab says once you unregister them, we're gonna do a clone. So I'm gonna show you how to get the clone started. So what you need to do is click on storage, then click on the data store and get into the database browser, okay? So this is where their parent machines are. So what we wanna do is make sure we're on the root of this. Don't click on any of these tabs here or these folders. Click on DS1. We're gonna create a directory and we're gonna do win server dash router, okay? Create a directory. We're gonna do another one, CentOS 8 router. Create the directory. And we're gonna do the last one. We're gonna call this one win10 dash client 1, because we're gonna have a client 2 later on, but for now we'll just do client 1. Okay. Once you have those created, so I'm gonna clone CentOS parent. Here's how we do it. We're gonna click CentOS 8, and then I always like to make this bigger so I can make sure I'm on the right file. And I'm gonna click CentOS 8 parent VMX, single click, copy, and I'm gonna copy that to the CentOS 8 router. Click copy, and then if you notice on the bottom, it will copy that over. So if I look in this folder, there's that file that I copied. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with this VMDK folder, so from the parent, I'm gonna copy that to the router. Now notice it's still called parent. That doesn't matter. We just want to copy it over into that location. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing with Windows 10 parent. I'm going to do the VMX file. I'm going to copy that to the Windows 10 client 1. Now I'm going to do the VMDK. And it rescans, and I'm going to copy that to the Win10 client 1. And then the same thing with server. Win server parent VMX, copy, Win server router. Then the hard drive, the VMDK file, copy that one to, and they start slowing down as they get a few of these going. Copy, okay? Once those are, the copy process is going, notice over here, I can see the status. So once all of these say completed, then we can go to the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the share. Ryan, you're going, so you don't have to do that. Step 2. Hold on. Let me share my screen again. I didn't have to stop the share, I guess. So now I've done these. Okay, so we're repeating. These are all copied. And now what we're going to do next is once these are all copied over, and let me see where you're at. Yours are still copying, so we're not going to do anything yet, Ryan. So we got to wait for those to copy. Now they're just copying on the same drive, so it's not doing any network storage stuff. It's all on the same server. So we're gonna let these go.
How long does it take for like all of them to copy?
It should take maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I know, we'll watch Ryan's here. This has been going, this one's been going 3 minutes. And his one copies, the second one will go faster and the last one will go fastest.
Professor, after I'm done copying, I can close the data store browser, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you'll see the status, like I see the status here of it copying, see the result.
Yeah.
Watch that, and when it's done, then we'll move on. So we'll just kind of watch these copy. It's almost as exciting as when we install. All right, so one of them's done. Yeah, it is a tight race. They're neck and neck. All right, so CentOS is done. So I'm gonna go in and show you how to register that virtual machine. So I'm not going to do anything with Windows 10 or Windows Server, but if I come back into the database browser, and if I go into the CentOS 8 router, and then what I want to do is right click on the VMX file, register. Okay. And it doesn't look like it did anything, but if I close the database browser, come over to virtual machines, it registered it, but notice it gave it the wrong name, right? We wanted to say CentOS 8-router, but because our drive and the file we copied was from parent, it still says parent. That's why we got rid of those first ones. Otherwise, we'd have duplicates. So now what we need to do is just right click, rename, and just change this to router. So now we have our router here, and we might have to click off and click back on, and there it goes. So the name got copied over. Okay, so when these are done copying, what you need to do is register them. And again, you go into the data store. And I don't want you to register them until they're done copying. Otherwise, we can get some bad results. But you'll just come in here to like client one and then router, right click register, and then do that for Windows 10 and server, win server dash router when it's done. Okay, Ryan? So I'm gonna close my tab to yours. And then now you can pick up on those last two. So where we're at on this list here is, so we're on number 14. Right click on the VMX. Now it's CentOS 8 parent.vmx in the CentOS router folder. So don't get confused with those. Make sure you're in the right folder, and then right click on the VMX and add it into, or just right click and then register. And then once they're in your list, rename them to Win Server Router, CentOS Router, and Win10-Client1. Okay. And then once you are at that point, let's stop right there at step 20 after 21. So at the end of page 12, let's stop right there and we'll wait for everybody to get kind of caught up. All right, so Frankie, both of your, all three of yours are registered and renamed accordingly?
Yes.
Okay, same with you, Louis, done with page 12, okay, good. Louis, is yours going okay?
It's sent away a parent and then the VMX one, right? And then just copy it.
Yes,
Okay.
into the CentOS 8-router folder.
Okay.
Professor, for CentOS, did you need both the VMDK and the VMX files for CentOS?
Yes, for all of them, you need the VMX and the
Oh.
.vmdk file.
Okay.
Jordan, where does this say add to inventory? Oh yeah, shoot. Yeah, that it should say register. That's a typo. Yeah, page number 15 should say.
Oh yeah, so for all of them, it's register, right?
Yeah, not add to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they changed the name of that. It used to be add to inventory, but now it's register. I updated mine, but yours will be, yeah.
It didn't give me like a loading screen like it should.
What do you mean?
Well, like what I mean, it should be like downloading on recent test, right?
Yeah, hit close for the database browser, and then you should see it on your ESXi tab.
Yeah, I did, and I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Do you just want me to share my screen?
Yes, can you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to click on database browser. Then click on the CentOS router. Okay, move this, see that little 3 lines down at the bottom? Move that over so we can make sure. Yeah, slide that over. There you go. Okay, and then go to the, did you do the Win10 client and Win server too?
Yeah.
Okay, click on Win10 client 1. Okay, nothing got copied in there. Go into the Win server router. Okay, nothing got client. Okay, so you've only copied the CentOS. So click on Win10 parent, and then click on the VMX file, copy. Win10 client 1, copy. Okay, now go to Win10 parent VMDK, copy, and select Win10 client 1. Okay. Now go to Win server parent, select the bottom one, copy, Win server router, and then do the third one up, the Win server parent VM. Yeah, inside the Win server parent, you're in the right spot, right there, that one.
Okay.
Copy, and do Win server router. Okay, now close that. And now those 2 big files are still copied.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, so everybody else more or less has those renamed. You got them registered, you got them renamed, they're ready to roll, right? Okay, well, I'm going to move forward. Those of you that are still copying, the lab instructions are there for you. Okay, so we got those renamed for CentOS, Win server, and now we should have in our area here CentOS 8-router, Win10-client 1, and Win server-router. Okay, so if we power up, the first one we're going to work with is the CentOS router. And when you turn it on, it's going to give you this message, and we want to hit I copied it and then answer it. And there's going to be that one will be working. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing with the Win server router and click OK with the I copied it. You're going to have to do a brief setup and then make sure you set the password for this admin to CNET 2021 ! Now we have a working clone of Win server parent. Good to go. Windows 10 copied it, answer, give it this, for a new user, it's going to ask for, you can't use CNET58 because that's a user we use when we sysprepped it, but you have to create a new user and just call it CNET, and then the password is CNET 2021 ! Okay, so all 3 of those should be running and they should be ready to rock and roll. Now, if you're in one of your machines. So let me go into my server. Okay, so these are the ones you should have. But if when you're connected to these, if you get where they have a black screen, just hit the refresh button on your Chrome. The machines are fine, just the connection kind of blacks out. So just reset that, and then VMware will reconnect with everything. Okay. So if you ever get that, make sure that's what you do. All right. So now, once you're in there and you've got those user accounts set up, everything's rocking and rolling. Just minimize the VMs that are in their own tab. And then go to your ESXi server. So what we're going to build now is this switch here, which is the internal switch. So what we're going to do is on our ESXi, we're going to go into networking. And now I've already done this, so yours is going to look different. And then we're going to hit virtual switches, add new switch, rename this internal, and whatever the uplink is, leave it whatever it is. Yours is probably going to be VMNIC1. Okay. And then click on add, and you'll have this internal switch here. Okay. So that's this step right here. Use the name of internal, leave that to whatever it's at. And then click on networking again. So the next step is click on this again. And on the port group, we're going to add a new port group called internal. And then when it says what virtual switch are we going to use, make sure you select the internal switch that we just created. So first we create the switch called internal. Everything else we leave default, hit add. Click on port groups, add port group. We're going to give it the name internal. Select the down arrow so it doesn't say VM switch 2. We're going to call it internal, and then click add. So now we should have two switches in our, or two port groups here, one for the VM network, and we can see all three of our VMs are connected to that switch. And then our VM internal, nobody's connected to that switch. All right. So let me know when you're done with that step.
Professor?
Yeah.
When I powered on my CentOS, I didn't get a message saying that I copied it.
Okay, that'll be okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, share your screen. We're gonna have to fix that.
Okay.
Because I just want to double check something. So go ahead and power off CentOS. Okay, close that tab. Yeah, and then, so don't power it on. Go to the data store. So go over here, DS1. The storage, DS1 over here on the, yeah, down, there you go. Database browser. Go to CentOS router. Okay, no, that looks right. Go to CentOS 8 parent. Okay, those are right. Okay, close out. And then go back to CentOS router. Yeah, and run it. Okay, if you didn't get that, then you didn't get that. It's copied right and everything looks good. So go ahead and just start it and power it on and you're good to go. Okay, then go to your server router and just hit next. I accept, yeah. And then give it the password of the CNET 2021 exclamation point. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Finish. Okay, then do the same thing with Windows 10-1 or Windows Win 10-client 1.
Okay.
All right, then you can stop the share. You're good to go there. All right, so once you have your VMs copied, renamed, started, set up, the next thing is go create that switch. You're gonna start with the virtual switches, create a new one called internal, then just add port groups, internal, select the internal switch and click add. Okay, that's where we're at. We should be right there at the top of page 16. All right. So is everybody ready to keep going on 16, page 16?
I'm still setting up the Windows client.
Okay. Okay. One more VM to load, okay.
You said leave the uplink as it is, or do we change it to match the one in the?
Yeah, yours is going to look different than mine because I actually created my switch and then did a screenshot later. So no, yours will be just hit add on there. Leave the uplink or the.
All right, got it.
Yeah, perfect. Domain join, yes. Jordan. And then for the user, if you try to do CNET58, I'll give you an error. So just do CNET. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, so now your Windows, all your VMs are running, right? Yours are running. Let me power mine on. So once they're running, go into their settings, which you can right click, edit settings. And what you want to do is on your Win 10 client machine, it only has one network adapter. Change it from VM network to VM internal, and then hit save. Okay. And then on the settings for your server, router, and CentOS router, right click settings, and you're going to want to click on, this is because it's powering on, it's going to take just a second. On yours, you're going to click on add network adapter and then change the network adapter to VM internal. So network adapter 1 will be on VM network. Network adapter 2 will be on VM internal. And then click on save and then do the same thing for your router, for the CentOS 8 router. Okay. Come on, baby. So again, add network adapter. You should have network 1 is on VM network. Network 2 is on VM internal. And then click save. So now at that point, you will have completed all the way down to the middle of page 20. So you're done with part 3. All right. Now the rest of this lab, now that everything's configured, the rest of this lab is really just following the instructions. So I'm going to be on Zoom to answer any questions, but as far as step by step, I'm going to leave the rest of this for you. Okay. Now remember, I'm slowly taking off the training wheels. Remember when we talked about learning to ride a bike in week 1? This lab, you're going to notice in the CentOS, I give you pictures of everything. In the Windows 10, if you go down to part 5, I am just saying, if your screen's blacked out, that's where I say refresh it. Open Network and Sharing Center and change the Ethernet 1 adapter as follows. I don't give you screenshots. I'm assuming you know how to get to the Network and Sharing Center and how to modify or change the adapter 1 settings. If you have questions, let me know. But if not, you're ready to ride without some training wheels for a little bit. Okay, and then the only screenshots you need is you're going to do a ping, and that should be highlighted. Wherever I have a paste of a screenshot, they should be highlighted. A couple of them, I missed a couple of them there. But on CentOS, paste a screenshot of the output of the IF config, ping 4.2.2, da-da-da. Okay, so that's there. And then the last screenshots I need are just once you're using the Win server router. All right, so I left you at, where are we at? Start of part 3 or part 4. So you're at the middle of page 20. From page 20 till the end, the next 9 pages, you're on your own. Not on your own, I'll be here, but I'm not going to demo that part. Okay, so if you have any questions, either chat me or if it just says internal, just select internal. I think I did mine VM internal and then I changed it to internal later. Yeah, yours, just make sure that second adapter is internal. And then Win 10, it should be on internal. Okay. So if you have questions, please let me know.